Move on to the roll call of members.
Chairman Roll,
Here.
Vice Chair Mickey Ketting, Frank Myers.
Here.
George Weiner.
Here.
Jamie Bowman.
Here.
Jan Bronze. Ed Latrell.
Next, on to the approval of agenda for the October 20th, 2014 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
George approves. Is there a second?
Second.
Frank seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved. Move on to approval of the minutes from the September 15th, 2014 and September 23rd, 2014 meetings.
Do one each because I did different.
Okay, let's start with the September 15th, 2014 meeting. Is there a motion or any kind of discussion concerning those minutes?
On the 15th?
The 15th.
Yeah.
Make a motion to
I'll make a
approve?
motion, we approve.
Okay, with motion approved, George seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Those minutes are approved. Let's move on to the September 23rd, 2014 minutes.
I have I'd like to make a addition to those minutes. In the discussion, I was quite intense as usual, and but I did want something to be done with the building, I mean, with the roof. So I made the motion, I seconded the motion to vote, but then voted against it, which seems very odd. But let me see if this would straighten it out. Commissioner Myers said that the product being proposed for the replacement of the boulder roof is not appropriate for historic structures based on the data provided by the Department of Interior. However, we should vote on the question so that the roof will be replaced soon to prevent further damage. And that's
I
my
wasn't
point.
here, but that
mean,
sounds fine to me.
No argument with the vote. I mean,
I think that's an accurate reflection.
Sound good?
Of what happened.
Okay, so you want to make a motion to approve the minutes based on that addition?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
George seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? All right, motion carries. Next, we have the introduction of evidence for tonight's meeting.
We'd like to submit to evidence the municipal code of City of St. Genevieve, the design guidelines for St. Genevieve National Historic District, and the staff reports.
Very good. Do we need a motion on that as well?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the introduction of evidence for tonight?
I'll make a motion
We
to
have-
approve the introduction of the evidence.
All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
Jamie seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. Now we move on to commission business. Item 1, HPCA number 14-10-20A, to receive a certificate of appropriateness to install a wall sign to the front of the house and pole sign in the front yard, advertising the Steiger House Bed and Breakfast at 242 Merchant Street.
Mr. Wayman is here.
Great, we'd like to come on up and tell us a little bit about the project, answer any
If
questions
you can
people
go
might
behind
have.
the podium for the microphone, thank you.
I don't know how familiar you are with the building itself, but the 242 Merchant used to be the Steiger House, I believe, from 1990 to 2008. As a bed and breakfast, they ran murder mysteries out of it. In the succeeding years, there's a couple other businesses that tried to run it as a bed and breakfast. My wife and I have signed a lease purchase agreement with the Beckermans to purchase the building and run a bed and breakfast out of it. We'll have 7 rooms for rent that consists of 4 suites, 3 with 2 bedrooms and 1 suite with a single bedroom. The motion in front of you is to install a freestanding sign on the existing pole. I believe the dimensions are 28 by 36, stating Steiger House Bed and Breakfast, the phone number for contact, and then the wall sign above the steps of the entry is again stating Steiger House with the SH that we're kind of adopting as our logo. I did some research just recently and discovered some old photos of the building. They were undated, so I couldn't tell you exactly when. But that wall sign location had Steiger House Downtown painted on it. So we're basically replacing that with the old name, but in the new style.
Are there any questions for the applicant?
I have just one point, and it's on the historic status. You mentioned A small early 19th century building is now attached to main block and no longer reads as separate any building. It is not on the St. Genevieve Landmarks Register. Don't sell that short. That's the old brick building.
The little building is the little, correct? The one
It's
that is
the brick
attached.
building
yeah.
on the back.
Yeah,
Right.
the other one
Yes,
in
but
the
that
back was,
was the kitchen
Summer kitchen.
for the original building that was there. So it predates the main house
Yes.
by a great deal.
I
All I'm
didn't
saying
go-
is don't ever sell it short.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
it's more important in its own right than the main building.
I appreciate that, and the only reason why I didn't go into that detail was because the sign isn't gonna go onto that, and we're not affecting that, but I do appreciate that there is that brick structure back there.
Okay. Is there any questions, or is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve the motion or the application as
Okay.
submitted.
We have a motion to approve, is there a second?
A second.
Second from Jamie, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? None opposed, motion carries. Thanks for working on the building, we look forward to your project. Thanks for being here
Good luck.
tonight. Up to bat next, HPCA number 14-10-20, number B, to receive a certificate of appropriateness to replace 9 wood 1/1 double-hung windows and 1 3x3 casement window with vinyl 1/1 double-hung windows at 562 North 3rd Street. Is the applicant here? Why don't you come on up to the podium and give us a little overview, and we'll see if we have any questions here.
Okay, what we're looking at basically is just simply the house we purchased in July, 562, is, the windows are pretty much rotten, and we're just looking to replace them with whatever we can get approved, to replace them with.
Okay.
Now, this window was delivered today by Dick Grimminger, apparently met with you.
Yes, sir, we originally tried to get vinyl windows.
Yeah.
Going through the process, we were denied. We,
Well, you haven't been, not yet.
not yet, but I kind of got a piece of paper saying that we're going to possibly.
Well, just
No, that was just our
staff recommendation.
I see, I understand. But with that and trying to understand what we was up against, we called Mr. Grimminger to get some advice, and he came forth with that. A wooden window that we could possibly, might have a better chance succeeding and getting placed in our
So you are considering this window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The only thing that he asked me to mention is, this would not be the trim, should he be selected to install this window. It would
Right.
be one by,
And it shouldn't have any division in the light at all.
Right,
Because
the
they were-
grid they have in there, this is the first time I've seen the window, actually.
oh, I thought he met with you.
Well, we did, he actually came to our house and actually
Oh, you haven't
sort
seen
of did an inspection with the home, and he actually came,
Let me introduce you to this window.
yeah, I would like so very much.
I don't know anything about it except
Well-
it's a nice window. Oh, I got it.
As far as the exterior casing, yeah, I understand, we wouldn't want that on there, because the original casing, the exterior casing, is basically, it's a 1x5. That's original with that home. And we would just use the original casing that's on the exterior and try to, well, we'd have to remove some of it that's rotten and replace, but we would maintain that original historic look, and then kind of use that window as a replacement window that normally would fit inside the actual frame of the existing window. But those frames would have to be removed and replaced because they're falling apart.
Yeah.
A lot of those older windows, the frames themselves, they weren't solid boards, they were pieced together. They cut 45s and then tried to nail them, and
Yeah,
such,
I'd just like to
and-
state that Mr. Grimminger concurred that
The windows weren't.
rebuilding the existing windows would be impractical.
Well, this is kind of a little bit of an interesting case, because Mr. Colton came in, and we had a long discussion about why the landmarks, will look at this very carefully because of your preference for repair or replace in kind. And I gave him materials, preservation brief number 9, which goes through how you can restore or replace windows and how over the lifespan, how much better they are. And I'm encouraged to hear that you actually I mean, not that I didn't trust you that you wouldn't do it, but I'm encouraged to hear that you read it and you've
562
taken it
North
to
Third
heart.
Street.
I think that's really awesome.
Well,
I
we
know.
try to do what we can with what we have,
I know.
but you can only go so far with what you got,
That's an
so.
attractive building, and it does need windows.
Yeah,
From the
it needs a
street,
lot.
And we're not allowed to go up in the porch and inspect your windows before things, but from the street, it looks like it's just lack of paint, but I guess it's more than that.
Yeah, well, we believe the house is definitely over 100 years old. I think the windows may have been painted twice.
Yeah.
And
Well, but
The flashing,
he
they also
mentioned
put
the
the clad
cells
on
are
the
inverted,
outside.
so it's, instead of draining water away, it's kind of draining
Into
it
the
back to
house.
the window.
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
you know, the weight.
There are lots of reasons why you don't want to try and redo those windows.
Right. You know,
Well, and the
weights in
interior is
counterweights,
damaged from
actually,
that.
the ropes have broken and the weights had fallen down, so the lower sash, every time you raise it, if you don't prop it up, it's gonna fall down, hits that bottom sill. Well, now the sill, instead of draining the water away, the sills are just, when it rains, actually, the water, rainwater's going in the walls. So, the problem is beyond the window. We have to tear the window out to get into the wall to replace wall studs also, so.
So are these windows okay with you?
With us?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
That's a great looking window to me, so
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I
we,
think
yeah.
that solves all the problems, so is there any other
So
questions
you
or?
just change it, your request, to change it to wood?
Just change from vinyl to wood
Right,
window,
instead
right?
of the contractor, we'll, you know,
We'll go
not go with
Mr.
that, and we'll
Grimminger.
go with Mr. Grimminger's
Okay. Is there-
product here.
All right, is there a motion in that case? Anybody?
I'll make a motion that we approve the replacement of the windows.
Okay.
I'll second that.
We have a motion, we have a second from George, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? You can go install your windows.
Thank you very much.
They have, actually, one more item.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The next item is theirs as well.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that. Next item is HPCA number 14-10-20C to receive a certificate of appropriateness to demolish the existing four-bay shed garage in the rear of the property at 562 North Third Street. So I'm sorry, go ahead and, Tell us about that.
Actually, it's 3 bays.
Well, but I was counting the other piece that belonged to the rear
We
neighbor.
have a
Yeah.
property line that apparently goes through the building. The building shares a common wall. Our request is to tear down the 3 bays and, so we can get our yard back. You know, I think it was originally built, constructed as a storage facility
yeah.
to be rented out or something.
That division where the storage wall is, where the common wall is that on the east boundary,
Yes,
on the end?
right.
Because I went down thinking it was the north when I saw the photo here. and I couldn't see it that way.
Right, yeah, the building actually
just
goes
don't think
towards
you
the
were gonna be here.
What
eastward direction.
will that wall look like when we move the rest of it? Is it
Well, my idea would be to take some of the metal, the existing siding that's on the part we wish to demolish, and use it to face the existing wall, the ones that would be visible.
Yeah, and that,
That would be
Alan
the,
Beckerman's,
that would be the 4th bay
House
that
over
would
there.
still stand, and we would just re-sheathe that wall.
So it's
with
the
metal.
first open bay there, that's gonna stay?
No.
no, that one's going,
The
That-
second
that's
one
not
and
one.
3rd, right,
So the one with the door and the bay down there will stay?
that will stay.
yeah, that's theirs.
And
That's,
that's what that's gonna be?
Yes, yes, sir.
I make a motion to approve to demolish the 3-bay garage.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Motion carries, and thanks for investing in our community. Looks like a great project.
Thank you very much.
Sorry to make you come down here tonight.
no, that's okay.
All right, now we're going to move on to old business.
I just wanted to bring up, Mrs. Roth came in, we dealt with her project,
See you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
last time, and she came in and she wanted the side staircase that goes to the side porch was planned to be straight up, from the top of the porch down to the ground. And she was wanting to come down, have a platform, and then go to the side by 3 steps. And that would allow her more room for her driveway. And I told her I didn't think we needed to go through a whole nother process just for that one little turn. So if that's acceptable, I can let her know that would be fine to do, if that's all okay with you all.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Fine with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the next, there was the next order of business. Under the new business, the certified local government, we have to submit a report every year, and that what they ask for is basically information about your all's work, and they would like to see your all's resumes. So if in the next couple of weeks you could forward me something, and if that includes your preservation efforts on your own home
Is this a requirement
for the
that's
report.
different from the last report?
They want updated ones every year, is the way I read the information. So it doesn't I mean, I can pull and show you what you have had previously, and then if you've had any other activities, preservation-wise, you certainly can add them. How about that?
Great.
Okay.
Okay. Move on to citizen input. So Toby, if you're not going to give a speech, we have no citizen input.
No, thanks.
All right. And finally, up to Matt, call for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Then we are adjourned.